To succeed in life and reach our goals, self-discipline is necessary. But a lot of the time, people think it takes a lot of willpower and work. We believe that disciplined individuals have to push through every day, exerting every last bit of willpower to withstand distractions and temptation. It's not always the case, which is wonderful news. By using the appropriate techniques, you can develop your self-control without wearing yourself out. Make small adjustments to your surroundings and routines to strengthen your self-control so that discipline comes naturally to you. We'll look at doable strategies that everyone may take to improve their discipline with little effort. You'll discover ways to make willpower seem less like a chore and how tiny actions may have a big impact. We'll also examine the science underlying the development of enduring habits. With these easy self-control techniques, you'll soon be able to take on challenging objectives. Self-control will become second nature to you, and your dreams will appear more attainable. Let's examine how to develop your success habits in doable steps. For long-lasting change, start small. First and foremost, avoid overhauling everything at once. Excessive abrupt changes swiftly sap your motivation and set you up for failure. Take small but significant action. For instance, if you want to work out frequently, don't push yourself to start with a strict 6-day workout regimen. Start by taking a brisk 10-minute walk every Friday, Wednesday, and Monday after work. Increase to 15 minutes or add a day after a month. Little actions require less work to form a habit. As fitness becomes second nature, you can increase the amount you do. To ensure optimal sustainability, pace yourself. Dave started small and worked his way up to better physical health. 3 days a week, he started taking 10-minute walks during lunch. 1 month later, he felt prepared for bodyweight exercises on other days and walks lasting 20 minutes. The little routine acts added up to meaningful outcomes over time. Dave shed 35 pounds in a year and felt better than he had in decades. Create a thorough plan. Trying to practice self-discipline without a defined plan is one way to go wrong. Ignorance makes it simple to put things off or become sidetracked. Make detailed decisions in advance to ensure that your mind is ready to act. Establish a time and place for your controlled behavior. For instance, schedule 10 minutes of meditation each day, ideally right before bed, or to work out at the gym at 5 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Creating a thorough plan greatly improves follow-through. In contrast to simply deciding to exercise more, those who planned when and where to exercise were shown to be 50% more likely to actually do so, according to one study. Eliminating friction and temptation reserving willpower is necessary for self-discipline. Don't waste it resisting temptation, please. Rather, plan your surroundings to help you succeed. Remove everything that could divert you from forming healthy new habits. Remove social media apps from your phone if you find yourself scrolling for too long. Refrain from storing junk food in your kitchen if you're attempting a healthier diet. Additionally, simplify and lessen the obstacles in the way of your ideal habit. Organize your workout clothes the night before or place your running shoes right next to the door. Start with the smallest possible task, such as flossing a single tooth. Recently, my friend Katie made the decision to cut back on her excessive takeout coffee spending. She maintained a home brewing station setup and blocked the number of her favorite coffee shop. By minimizing resistance, keep note of and honor minor victories. Don't limit your efforts to achieving the ultimate goal of self-discipline. Give minor victories some thought. Track it and feel proud of yourself each time you follow through. Observing advancements gives encouragement. Track how often you maintain new habits with a journal, calendar, or app. Plan to have your consistency reviewed every 3 or 4 months. Honor yourself for maintaining your discipline for a week or a month. Consider how many times, in comparison to the prior period, you actually followed through. Acknowledging your development increases motivation. This method helped my partner form the daily reading habit of 20 pages. Every day he achieved his goal was noted in a notebook he kept by his bed. Following a fruitful first month, he bought a new book for himself. He had finished more readers in 3 months than he had in years before. Permit modifications and course corrections. If you sometimes get off course, don't be hard on yourself. Perfectionism is unattainable. If you fail to stick to your new habit once or twice, just pick it up the following day. Likewise, if some aspects of your plan aren't succeeding, reconsider. Try working out in the evenings if you usually skip your morning workouts. If daily tracking is too much for you, try tracking once a week instead. Remain process-oriented. Recall that the goal is not perfect adherence, but rather the establishment of a general pattern of discipline. Adapt and keep trying different things until it works. The tiny deeds will add up. My colleague Akiko made it a point not to snack after 8 p.m. If she broke the rule, she would start over the following day. After a few months, her new rule came naturally to her. She can now easily stick to her nutritious eating schedule. Make following rules. Fun. Adhering to disciplines you enjoy is far more likely to be maintained. Create gratifying activities for yourself and cultivate values-based habits. Instead of forcing yourself to adhere to a generic program, figure out what makes sense for you. Try hiking or dance cardio if you detest running. Learn a language through immersion in music or cooking classes rather than by rote memorization. Seek motivation from those who enjoy the process and are models of self-control. Their ardor is infectious. To make self-mastery feel more like a journey than a chore, be open to new ideas and never stop exploring. Encouraging feedback produces persistent motivation. Repetition on a regular basis, motivated by internal rewards, creates habits. However, you can also energize your self-discipline with outside reinforcement. Treat yourself to something special once you've managed to maintain your new habit for a while. Just be careful not to impede your progress by rewarding bad behavior. Treat yourself to a massage or new sports equipment to mark a month of consistent exercise. Get that hardcover you've been wanting after reading novels consistently for a quarter. Acknowledge your accomplishments and rejoice in the ways that discipline is enhancing your life. Empathy is a more effective way to form habits than criticism, according to research. Take advantage of this as you progressively strengthen your muscle of self-control. The compounding effect of consistency will astound you. In summary, increasing your self-discipline doesn't have to entail working yourself to the bone and imposing abrupt, unsustainable change. Over time, practice accumulates to become proficient. The correct attitude and techniques can make practicing self-discipline seem natural. It all boils down to knowing how habits develop and using them effectively. Don't believe that everything can be quickly changed with just willpower. However, don't undervalue the impact of implementing one tiny constructive change followed by several more. Little steps grow into large strides as progress is made. Something small and subtle at first gives rise to success. Patient nurturing fosters the growth of self-discipline. You now possess a variety of methods to develop self-discipline without exerting excessive effort. Choose one modest adjustment to make first. Create a positive habit spiral that goes up gradually.